Good afternoon. I am Tansy Kilcrease, the Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning for the Bibb County School District, and I'm excited to give you a quick overview of our end of the year professional learning plan that we're getting ready to embark upon. First of all, I would like to say thank you to all of our teachers and support staff who have done an excellent job in providing our students with e-learning. I've received several compliments and I know that you have worked very hard. So thank you for your diligence and for your dedication to our students. As you know, the Board of Education approved Dr. Jones' recommendation to stop e-learning on May the 1st. And so we presented a plan to the Board of Education so they would know how our faculty and staff would be engaged these 3 weeks that students are out of school and we would normally be teaching students. So I'm going to share a quick overview of that plan. So at this time, I'm using Teams. I'm very excited about Teams, and I'm getting ready to share my screen. So if you would give me a second. And we can get started. We always start with our vision and our mission. Our vision is each student will demonstrate strength of character and will be college or career ready. And our mission is the Bibb County School District develops a highly trained staff and an engaged community dedicated to educating each student for a 21st century global society. And so our end of the year professional learning plan is a part of that, becoming a highly trained staff. The plan is also directly aligned to 3 of our non-negotiables: PBIS, RTI, and FIP. This is our strategic map. And if you take a look at the 3rd strategic goal, leader and teacher effectiveness, you will see 3 strategic objectives: be a PLC, know technology, and do standards-based classrooms. Our professional learning plan is directly aligned to these 3 objectives, and it's also directly aligned to strategic priority number 4, close the knowing doing gap. So when we gave the presentation to the Board of Education, we gave them 6 benefits of implementing an end of the year professional learning plan for our faculty and staff since we were ending school early. The additional weeks will provide the district an opportunity to train all of our teachers on the response to intervention process, which is one of our non-negotiables. This will be an opportunity to train the critical mass, which is necessary for us to meet the individualized needs of our students. And this will be very important next year with the number of days that students have missed school due to our school closures. In addition to teachers being trained, we can now train all staff, support staff, paraprofessionals, media specialists, counselors, instructional coaches all together, because all of you all play such an integral role in the instructional program. We will be able to overcome the barriers that we normally have with scheduling. When school is in session, if teachers are out, we have to have substitutes, and that takes away from face time with students. So this is an opportunity for us to overcome those barriers. All teachers and staff will receive the training simultaneously and will be able to plan collaboratively for the upcoming year. This preparation time is needed to meet the needs of our students. And then last but not least, we said that teachers and staff will be able to prepare for next year after receiving the training. And there's normally not that enough time to do this type of learning at the end of the year, during post-planning, or even at the beginning of the year during pre-planning, when you're trying to get prepared for students. So those are the benefits that we share with them. So response to intervention, which we call RTI, is a multi-tiered approach to the early identification support of students with learning and behavior needs. It is one of our BCSD non-negotiables. So for the past year, for 6 days, 5 team members from elementary schools and 6 team members from secondary schools participated in the RTI at Work Coaching Academy. So we now want to develop all the school personnel's understanding of the expectations for the implementation of RTI. So we proposed the following 3 learning opportunities for faculty and staff. The first one is RTI at Work. where the participants will be introduced to the essential elements needed to create a highly effective multi-tiered system of support to ensure all students learn at high levels. We will also be engaged in Renaissance learning. Participants will learn how to use our Renaissance learning tools for academic screening, high quality instruction, and ongoing progress monitoring. There will also be technology training where participants will become familiar with technology tools to facilitate digital and personalized learning. So in the RTI Work Coaching Academy, we learned about the new pyramid. It's inverted. And the reason it is inverted is because the old pyramid looked like the process was leading to just recommending students for special education. Well, with it being inverted, it shows that we're trying to meet the individualized needs of students. So what you will see is that our professional learning plan is directly aligned to this RTI at Work inverted pyramid, where we will focus on Tier 1 and students having access to grade level essentials. Tier 2, with additional time and support being provided for those students to meet grade level essentials. And Tier 3, which deals with intensive remediation and universal skills. So this is the professional learning schedule. And as you can see, we have the 3 weeks mapped out. So week 1 is a focus on Tier 1, week 2 is a focus on Tier 2, and week 3 is a focus on Tier 3. So week 1, the week of May the 4th through the 8th, we will be engaged in training on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Now, it won't be all day because we know that virtual learning is only so good for so many hours. So there will be time to be engaged in online learning, and then there will be opportunities to work at collaborative groups and also some assignments to do on your own. But on Mondays, you will notice that there will be RTI training. On Wednesdays, there will be technology training. And on Fridays, there will be Renaissance learning training. Our target audience are teachers, administrators, and instructional support staff, the instructional coaches, paraprofessionals, media specialists, and counselors. So let's take a look at week 1. So the content, in that content box, in that column, it shows you exactly what the training will be on that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So during week 1, the RTI work training will focus on Tier 1 and the content that was learned in days 1 and 2 of the RTI at Work Coaching Academy. The technology training will be Smart Learning Suite Online and Smart Labs. The Renaissance Learning training will be Freckle training, and then there will be some additional training for teachers who are not using the Renaissance Learning tools. So there will be iReady training, project-based learning, and also special education trainings. On week 2, with the focus on Tier 2, on that Monday, the RTI at Work training will focus on Tier 2, which is the content from days 3 and 4 of the RTI at Work Coaching Academy. The technology will be training on School City, how to develop those common formative assessments. And the Renaissance Learning training will gear around the Universal Screener. Then, of course, there will be iReady training, PBL, and special education trainings. Then the last week, the week of the 18th through the 22nd, the RTI at Work training will focus on Tier 3 with the contents from days 5 and 6 of the RTI at Work Coaching Academy. The technology training will include Safari Montage, creating playlists with digital content, and the Renaissance Learning training will center around progress monitoring. And then, of course, there again, it will be iReady training, PBL, and special education training. So that is the end of the presentation. But I just really wanted to take the time to, first of all, just tell you the why behind why we're doing this method of training, and also just how excited I am. I think that this is going to be a wonderful opportunity for us all to be able to learn from one another, and also to take those things that we have learned for the past 5 years and finally put them into practice. It's one thing to learn, but it's another thing to do. And so we're excited about ensuring that we close those gaps to make sure that you're able to employ these strategies that are going to help our students be successful. So we look forward to seeing you then.